Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. We're a mother-daughter Etsy shop that sells all things budget and planner related. Today we're going to be doing a March week 1 planner video, as well as a overview of the month of March. And if you watched my January 2020 setup, you'll realize that it's a total different setup now than it was when we started. So let's go ahead and get started. And you might want to grab a drink and a light snack because I'm going to try to make this video short, but no promises. So currently I have really 3 planners that I'm using. So I'm going to start with this one though, because this one is something that I've set up for some trips that I am taking this year, and I'm going to be taking this with me. So I just kind of want to start with this because originally this one was more of a personal planner. I think that's how I introduced everybody to it in January. And then I've kind of switched it around. I've tried to make my life a little bit easier. So this first one in here is my content planner. So when I'm going to do videos, what I'm going to talk about, subscribers, things like that. So this is going to stay in here for now. I have set up the travel one. If you have not seen this one, it's super cute. I have 2 trips coming up in the next couple of months. One will be in June. We are going to the south of France on a river cruise. I'm going with my parents and my sisters. I cannot wait. We're going to have a great time. But I needed to kind of get myself organized because it's going to be a little bit cooler there. It's already 70, almost 80 degrees in Phoenix right now. So I knew if I didn't get any warm weather clothes or cold weather clothes soon, I wasn't going to be able to find them in June. I learned that when we went to Ireland in June, that it was very hard to find long sleeve shirts and sweaters in June in Arizona. So I ended up spending a lot more money versus just going ahead and getting them as things were closing out and going on sale. So I've gone ahead and put in the trip, our departure times, our different information that I need to have to do before I leave. I've started my packing list. And then what I like about this, there's a trip itinerary. And then for each day, there is a kind of a breakdown, like a recap from the day. So I always do a scrapbook album of a trip. So I have an 8.5 by 11 that was Italy, an 8.5 by 11 that was Ireland, one for Paris. So throughout the trip, I will write down notes, save all my receipts, all of my, things from hotels or anything like that. And then when I get back, I take my pictures, print them, and then I put them in the album. So this will really help me into remembering where we were, what we were doing, or some highlights for the day. I also like that there's an expense tracking here. So I think that's great, and it will help to kind of keep me on track with my budget that I've set. And then my second trip, and this is laid out as a week. So I did go to the second week because we will be gone for almost 2 weeks. And then my second trip is for an Allie Edwards story camp, and it's in Eugene, Oregon in the end of May. I have always wanted to go. I'm super excited to go this year. And so I've booked my flight, I've booked my hotel, and I've paid for the class. So all I have left to do is pay for the hotel, and I've got my estimated in here. So here's my information on my flight. Here's the itinerary of the workshop, and then I've started my expenses, what I'm gonna take for food, spending money, etc. It just helps the way my mind works if I know in advance what kind of a budget I need to do for a trip. And then in the back, there's a journal. So one of the journals will go with me to France, and the other journal, I'll put another one in here for story camp. So all of my journal for that trip will be in one notebook. And then I do have one of the on-the-go folios, which I know is for stickers, but I'm going to leave that in here for paper. So my receipts, things like that, that I'm going to bring home. And then I did put a pocket here. And this is my original paperwork that my dad gave me from the cruise company. So I always put this in my scrapbook. He also wrote me a note, a handwritten note, and those are the kind of things. My dad is 92, so I love having any little handwritten note from him or anything like that. So that will definitely be part of my scrapbook as well. I'm gonna bring you in a little bit more. So this in its entirety will go with me on both trips, okay? I'm gonna put that one to the side, and that is the Daily Petite Planner from Erin Condren, if you're not familiar with it. The second one is new for me. I've been using the Condren personal size planner for kind of work and finances. It's where I keep my cash envelopes. And I really like that format. It's easy to throw in my purse. It's easy to have something with me. And I'm going into a super busy time for travel at work. So I don't like to take all my planners with me when I'm on a 3-day trip. It just gets too heavy. So I did invest in this one. I did buy it used on Poshmark. I got a really good deal. I feel like a good deal. It was much less than what I had seen on eBay and some other places. And again, you know, is it a little extra? Probably. I felt like, you know, I had done such great progress on my budget this year and last year too, and I had budgeted for it. So I had put the money away. I made her an offer because I needed it to be within the money that I had saved for it, and she accepted my offer and shipped it to me. So it is a personal size, as I said. The inserts are kind of a combination of cloth and paper, Minted Sugar, which is an Etsy shop, and then Filofax from my other one, and then Peanut Planner Co. There are some ones in here from that as well. Some of them are her freebies, and then there is a Filofax calendar in the back. So it's really kind of a hodgepodge of different things. What I like about this is it has the year, you know, it has the month. I have the year in the back, and then there's a daily, and this is strictly work. So this is on my desk. I have a stand-up desk. There's a little wedge in the corner. This fits there. Like nothing else on my desk right now fits there, but this one. So what I do is I start with my Erin Condren Life Planner, and then at the end of every day, I look at what I have left to do, I move it to the next day, and then at night, when I'm getting ready to go to bed so that I can do a brain dump of everything I know that needs to be done, I write out my to-do list for the next day. And there's also a weekly in here that I will set up tonight, which is Sunday night. Just a broad overview of the week, things I know that's going to happen, and then I drill down to the daily pages. So that is what this is for. The tabs are also from Cloth and Paper. So, okay, so this one is the one from Peanut Planner Co. And it's a freebie for joining their Facebook group, but I just love the format of this one. So it's a grid, a lot of room to write, a lot of tracking as well. Okay, so I'm going to put this one to the side. And then this one is actually my Daily Petite Planner, the whole year, spiral bound. And I did go to not Office Max. It was the FedEx print shop. And they did it for me for, I think I paid like $3 or $4, but I do have a corporate discount, so I don't know what it would be without the corporate card. The sticker that I put on the outside is a sticker that my daughter made. We are doing a show this week in a craft fair, and we did make vinyl stickers for that. So she hand drew the Arizona one, and I thought it matched perfectly, so I stuck that on the outside. And then what I did was, this is what I've been using on a daily basis for work. And now what I'm going to be doing is take this and make it more my running to-do list. I've started doing my morning gratitude in here, my AM, PM routine, which is what I had kind of been doing before, and then I mixed work in here. So this is going to be completely personal. Meal prep, personal to-dos that I need to do, notes to myself of things I want to remember or ideas that I have, anything like that is going to go in here. So the entire year is here. And what I found with the Petite Daily is that I had too many books, and I was constantly going to the next quarter, then going back to this quarter. So I just decided to put them all together. I could not have gotten any more in here. In fact, I took some blank pages out that I had wanted to put in here because this was the widest that they could go. And this is plastic. You can still use the Erin Condren bookmarks, they still fit. So on here, you just kind of have to work them a little bit more. And then I did the Erin Condren tabs at the top because I like to, when I look at it like this, be able to go right to the month versus to the side. It's just a personal preference. So that is my daily. This stays by my bed. It's kind of a reminder to what I have going on in the day and to write my gratitude. I try to write it before I even get out of bed, because if not, the day starts and I'm gone. And so the hub still is the life planner. And so everything goes in here, and then from here, it goes to those. So this is something that I set up on Sundays for the week, and then I divide out by which planner it's going to go to. And what I've liked about the daily petite is that you've got a little bit more room to write, but it's not quite as big as this. It's not quite as structured as the life planner. So personal preference, I know. I think you've got to make your system work for you. I don't really believe there is such a thing as planner piece. Maybe there is, and I just haven't found it yet. But this system that I've been working for a couple weeks has been really effective for me. I have gotten so much done. So I'm going to keep at it and just keep working with it and make sure that, you know, I stay on the same track that I am. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So for March, I've already listed the birthdays in our family. I do come from a big family, so we constantly have birthdays throughout every month. I don't think we have one month that doesn't have somebody's birthday in it, which is kind of fun. And so this front page, I know that people have talked about different things on what to do with it. I'm going to kind of lay out my goals and just kind of do very broad things that I want to get done this month. So I filmed my Budget With Me video last night and set up my March budget. And what I found, I always do goals. One moment, please. I always do financial goals, but I've not been as good about doing personal goals. So sometimes they cross over, and then sometimes they don't. And if you've ever followed Rachel Hollis, her last 90 days, she talks about doing not only daily gratitude, but also daily goal setting. And you take 10 goals, you write them every single day as if they'd already happened. And then when you've completed one goal, then you put another goal in. So they could be very far reaching. They could be something that's more immediate. But what I love about that repetition is it keeps you focused. Like, am I doing something every day to achieve what my biggest goal is? So my overarching goal, the one I picked first to achieve, is to be debt-free. And I am so close, so close. So it will really pretty much probably be next month. If I take my annual bonus and throw that at the little ones I have left, or if I just keep the next couple of months, but by May, everything will be gone. So if I could just kind of give you an indication, it's taken me years. I've been debt-free, and then I took on debt again, and then I'm very close to being debt-free again. I will not take on debt again. I just can't. So, and what I liked about that last 90 days was that you focused on it for 90 days, so they became habits. So daily gratitude has become my habit. You also give up things like food that you know you shouldn't be eating. You get up an hour earlier, 30 minutes of movement. So let's see here. I know I have birthday stickers in here. Little cupcakes. Okay, I'll do little presents. I think these are from Scribble Prints Co. So on the 4th is my niece Lizzie's birthday. She is currently living in Germany, so I'll need to reach out on Instagram to her. On the 9th is my niece's husband's birthday. And then her birthday is on the 14th. As I said, there's always birthdays in this family. And then my niece's little boy, his birthday is on St. Patrick's Day. So I put that here. I always make sure I call them or text them or reach out on social media, whatever is their best way to reach them. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in here. And I don't know about you guys, but I thought this was weird that the last week of February, and I understand there probably wouldn't be a good cutoff spot, but I went ahead and put these two together. It wasn't as drastic as taping them together, but I did clip them together just to kind of get them out of my way. Okay. So for Monday the 2nd is our month end for work. So Saturday was finished the month. So if you've not seen, this is kind of how I plot out my week. It's madness of Post-it notes. So I'm going to put my calls in first because those are always very time consuming. So on Monday, I have a call at 10:30, and I just kind of, because these are all on the hours, I just put it on the hour instead of the half hour, because at 10:15 I always make sure that, you know, I'm prepared for the call. I've got everything in front of me that I need. If I need to run and go get a refresh on my drink or take the dog out, I do that first. So I always like to know at least a half hour before to get ready for it. And then on Tuesday, I basically am not going to do anything but listen to phone calls. So on Tuesday, our first one is at 7:30, and it's a WebEx. And the reason why I put conference calls and WebExes differently is a WebEx, I have to look at the screen, where a conference call, I can just put my phone on mute and can just listen in versus having to watch a screen and really pay attention. So we have a 9 o'clock call, then we have a 9:30 call. As I said, I am not going to do anything but talk on the phone. Okay, this one kind of went over a little bit more. I'll just stick that back down there. And then there is a 12 o'clock call. A 1 o'clock call. Literally just going to be on the phone. Not planning to get anything else done. Okay. And then Wednesday, I don't have any calls scheduled right now, which I'm super excited about. Now, Thursday and Friday, I do have calls that I need to change because I am off. So I have a 1 o'clock call that I'm going to move, but I'm going to put this here at 1 just to remind myself to move it. And there is a 8 o'clock call, which if I can't move it, I'll just do that before I leave for the day. And then there was also a Friday call, and I don't know how that got on the schedule, but because normally we don't do calls on Friday, but there's one first thing in the morning, and that one I definitely will not be on. But again, I'll put it on here just so that I don't forget about it. Okay. These are from our shop. There's a little window cut out for the time for the life planner, and then these are the script stickers. And you could put this script sticker right there, but these are a little bit easier to move on top of that. Okay. And then for now, I am working on a really big project right now, and it's due next week. So I'm going to go ahead and block out my time to work on the project, because if I don't, it won't happen. So from 2 to 4, I'm going to work on my project. And then on Wednesday, which is a little bit more open, which is great, and I hope to be completely done and send it over on Wednesday. That way it won't be hanging over my head when I'm off. I'm just going to bring it down to 2. I should be completely done. So let's hope. And then I'm going to just be very, very hopeful and put completed here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so when I look at meal prep, I've kind of got it mapped out for the week. They're sticking up for some reason. I'm just gonna put these down here. I know a lot of people use this as your like your top 3 for the day. I'm using it for meal prep. So for Monday we are having fajitas. I don't think I spelled that right. And because I promised myself I would get some of these stickers out of here, I'm gonna go ahead and put my meal prep ones in here. Part of the problem with my budget for February was I did not go to the grocery store. I did not cook at all. And so I had to move money from my going out, from groceries to going out, because I overspent in the first week of the month. So it was just bad. It was just bad. So I've already gone to the grocery store today, which is Sunday. I've already meal prepped. I've ordered HelloFresh. So I just really don't want to do what I did last month because I felt bad and I know that I did not eat the way I should have because we were going out every night. And it wasn't like we were going out for salads. We were going out for food that was a lot of Mexican food. But it's done. Just move on, right? So, my daughter is going to be out of town this week at the end of the week, and my husband's been getting home kind of late. So, I'm trying to make meals that could just be for leftovers, or if he gets home later than normal, I can eat, and then he can eat when he gets home. So, for Monday, it's fajitas. And they're chicken. Tuesday is going to be leftovers, so I'm making a macadamia nut chicken tonight or salad, and then between the fajitas, so we're going to do leftovers. Wednesday is going to be HelloFresh. On Thursday, where's my note? Oh, here we go. Thursday is going to be these bologna meatballs. They're pork, actually. Over rice and vegetables. It is a HelloFresh meal, but my daughter doesn't like it, so we're going to have it when she's gone. But it's really good. It's one of our favorites. And then Friday will be HelloFresh. And Saturday is going to be HelloFresh. And Sunday we're going to go out. Okay. So meals are done. I've gone to the grocery store. Everything's in the house. HelloFresh gets delivered on Wednesday, so it's done. I don't need to go to the store again or grab food at all. Okay. So my to-do list this week. The craft show, I need to be there at 8 o'clock to set up. The show opens at 9. It goes to 2, and then I'll need to break down. I have talked my husband into going with me. We'll see how that goes. Thursday, I need to take my daughter to the airport, and that's at noon. And then on Friday, I have a doctor's appointment with my daughter. Actually, she has a doctor's appointment. I'm just going with her for moral support. They're never too old to want to have you there. And then I do want to make sure I send an Outlook note that I'm off. If I don't, people just will always bug you. And then on Monday, in the morning, I need to do month-end reports. That takes me about an hour. After the call, I'm gonna work on the webinar. And then I need to, I'll just put order forms. Okay, so these will also go into the Louis Vuitton when I just sit down and write down everything that needs to happen for the day, okay? So this is the sketch of it. So the details from here will go into the other planners just to kind of round out this conversation. I do have church at 8:45 on Sunday, because I'm sure I will not want to go on Saturday night. Okay, then a couple of things that I want to just go back. I forgot to add to the calendar. Wasn't supposed to put all of that together, just that. Okay, here we go. So now my husband and I get paid on the same day, and we both get paid once a month, which is very different. But he did retire, and you know, you have to watch my budget videos to figure out our financial situation right now. But I do now pull out money on the 1st and the 15th. And I do set up my budget then. So because I am traveling those days, I'm going to do it on Saturday the 14th. I'm just going to put a note here, budget time, and cash stuffing, so that I remember to do that, so I'm not behind. And then I'll do it again on the 1st. When we get paid. Well, we'll get paid on 31st. I'll do it again on the 31st. But I do every week, though, just update my budget. So I just do a weekly check-in whether I'm filming it or not. And that helps me just to really stay on track. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I cannot do a straight budget. The other thing that I need to plug in here is time to work on my shop. So we have had just really amazing support from people in the planner community. We've had some customers that have bought repeatedly from our shop, and we've had some really nice size orders in this weekend that I've been kind of balancing working on and things like that. So I do need to plug time in every day to update listings, cut things, whatever it might be. So I am going to go ahead and plan those out. And then the videos I'm trying just to do over the weekend, because it's really hard to try to do those during the week. But I am going to put my little shoes on for 5 o'clock each day to go for a walk, just to get up and go. Except for on the days off, I'm going to try to work in the work in the morning versus trying to get out at 5, because I can. So here I can go at 9. I'm going to move that call. I can do the same thing on Friday. And then on Saturday, it's going to be a little hard. So I'm going to just say that's a rest day. And then on Sunday, this does not want to come off here. Here we go. Okay. And then on Sunday, I'll go in the afternoon. What I've been doing is getting up, going to church, going to the grocery store from church, and then coming home and getting my stuff done. So I think if I just make that in the afternoon, that'll be the easiest time to do it. Okay. And then I will film on Sunday. Kind of trying to do a little bit earlier. And then my goal will be to have it edited and uploaded on Sunday night. I'm trying not to work on Sunday nights. I have a tendency to just want to get a jump on my week, so I start doing work, and my new boss really does not want me to do that, wants me to take the time off. So I love that idea, so I'm going to make sure I don't do it unless I absolutely have to. Okay, so this is a skeleton of my week so far. I am more of a functional planner than a decorative planner. I do like to color code, though. That is one thing I like to do. And I don't really decorate my planners. I definitely don't decorate the other two at all either. So that is week 1 of March and my March overlay, and then I will definitely update you on how this new system is going. So thank you so much for watching. My apologies for the length of this video. If you stuck with me so far, thank you so much for watching. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel, and I appreciate all of the support as I have gone through this journey of both being a part of this planner community, which is an amazing community of people. So I thank you all for being along with me, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great week this week.